Houthis claim strike on another Saudi oil tanker. That's the headline from the New York Times, written by Pranav Bhaskar and Shirin Hakim, reporting that the Iranian-backed Houthi militant group in Yemen said on Tuesday it had targeted a Saudi oil tanker with missiles in what would be the latest attack in an emerging front of the war between the United States and Iran. The vessel, identified as the NCC Ghazal, is listed as Saudi-flagged by public maritime tracking services and was last spotted 5 days ago along Saudi Arabia's Red Sea coast by the monitoring firm Marine Traffic. The Houthis claimed the tanker ignored repeated warnings and was forced to reverse course, though they didn't specify whether the ship was actually hit or give its exact location at the time. Saudi authorities have not immediately confirmed the attack. But hours after the Houthi statement, a British naval monitoring group reported that a tanker transiting the Red Sea heard an explosion, with all crew members safe. This would mark at least the fourth oil tanker attack since the Houthis announced earlier this month that they would blockade shipping to and from Saudi Arabia in the Red Sea. The skirmishes between the Houthis, who control a large part of Yemen, and the Saudis risk igniting another conflict and infusing more volatility into world energy supplies. The escalation comes as the Houthis, who control much of Yemen's Red Sea coastline, leverage their position along the Bab al-Mandab Strait, the narrow gateway to the Indian Ocean and the shortest route to Asian markets. If that passage is closed, ships must detour north through the Suez Canal, adding thousands of miles to voyages. The Red Sea attacks are unfolding against a wider backdrop. Since March, Iran has effectively blockaded the Strait of Hormuz, the critical choke point into the Persian Gulf. That has forced Saudi Arabia to depend more heavily on its Red Sea ports for oil and gas exports, precisely the route the Houthis are now threatening. The result is a double squeeze on global energy supply lines. The tit-for-tat has already widened. On the same day as the latest tanker claim, the Saudi Defense Ministry said it destroyed several drones launched by Iran-aligned militias in Iraq targeting Saudi oil facilities, the second consecutive day of such interceptions. Since the Houthi blockade declaration, both sides have traded claims of attacks, and a Saudi-led coalition has carried out airstrikes in Houthi-held territory for the first time in years. Separately, the Houthis said on Monday they had targeted crude oil supplies and transport routes linking Saudi Arabia's eastern oil fields to the Red Sea hub of Yanbu, a claim the kingdom has not yet addressed. In the last week alone, the Houthis claimed attacks on 2 tankers in the Red Sea, only one of which Saudi Arabia confirmed. And on Friday, the hull of a Saudi-owned vessel was damaged after being targeted in the Red Sea, according to Saudi officials. Analysts warn these skirmishes risk igniting a broader conflict and injecting fresh volatility into world energy markets. With the US and Iran already locked in a shadow war, the Red Sea is fast becoming a new front. That's the latest from the Middle East. Thanks for listening.